motherfucking tacos, bro!
What's going on, folks? You know what day it is. It is Taco Tuesday. I'm KC.
And I'm E.
And we are Not Your Average Podcast. Hey. We made it to another Tuesday.
Hi, you guys.
Hey.
We did.
Yeah, it's feeling a lot like fall, Eva.
It is feeling like fall.
It's beginning to feel a lot like fall.
It is feeling like fall. It was raining over here yesterday.
Yeah. What's up, Carla Michelle or Carla Bowman?
I was noticing that too.
Michelle Cardwell.
Yeah.
Share. Thank you for sharing. If you guys are listening or if you guys are watching, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share. Let's get as many people watching as we can because I just want to share the love, spread the knowledge. I enjoy when people tell me that they watch us for the news. Like they were like, yeah, I don't watch the news. I watch y'all to figure out what's going on.
I've actually gotten that a lot.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you do? I'd be like, oh, okay, so we're informative.
Right.
That's wonderful.
But that's what keeps us going. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that there are people that actually like rely on us for information, that they won't get normal places.
Anywhere else. No, they won't get it anywhere else.
Because there's still a lot of things that we talk about that I don't see anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
I'll see snippets of
it.
Like,
but not in depth.
No, not the way we talk about it.
It'll be a meme.
Yeah.
And then
it'll be a meme.
Yeah, and then we'll research that meme.
We get to the bottom of it.
Let's figure out what's going on here.
We get to the bottom of it.
Speaking of getting to the bottom, well, no, we're not gonna go there yet.
No,
we're not gonna. No, I was gonna talk about Philly, but
you was about to go.
Yeah. I was like, let's not get into that
you
yet.
was about to go right there.
Because we talked about it before, and then there was a little development with that, but we didn't have too much information about that anyway.
Yeah, it's not too much information, but it is a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that
later. Yeah.
Okay.
What's happened this week? What's been fun? Oh, Insecure season 5, the final season.
Yeah, her final season.
Came out on Sunday. If you guys don't know what Insecure is Issa Rae's TV show on HBO, which is an adaptation of her web series, Awkward Black Girl from 2010, 2009?
It was a while ago. Yeah.
2008.
I think it's single digits. I don't think it's
I think it's like 2008.
I think it's like 7 and 8.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
So she took this, this web series idea, which was, very, very, very low budget. I mean, also, I watched some of it the other night, just because,
I used to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Cree and I actually watched like the first couple episodes the other night, and it was just like, man, look how far she's come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In 10 years.
A music label.
Yeah. I mean, because Insecure's music is always on point. And
from the beginning, though. She's about music.
Yeah. And even every season has its own album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it has its own theme. So the music all goes together.
It's great. Yeah. Issa's amazing. She's doing some great stuff. And she's actually working on another project for after Insecure as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
About them LA girls.
lots of positive energy for success to Miss Issa Rae. They had a big premiere party in your neck of the woods down in Inglewood. What was that? On Thursday? And they it was a lot of people there, star-studded event, and they partied. It was outside, and it was. I love how we do things. You know what I'm saying?
But it was good.
I love how we do things. Like you'll see premiere parties or premiere events, and it's like the red carpet, and everyone's just like, uppity and glammed, and they were, in chucks and just having a good time, dancing, line dancing, having a good time,
having fun,
which is what the show is. It reflects what the show is. Just real people.
Season,
yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So what was
I didn't get no invite.
What was the controversy?
Even though I got plenty of people that's on the dang show. Anyway. Carla Bowman, I gotta get used to that. Carla Bowman says it was so good. It was a great episode, but in pure social media form, we gotta have a problem with something. And the episode, I'm not gonna give too much away, but the episode starts out, the first episode is them going back to their alma mater, their college.
Okay.
Starts with Stanford.
Okay.
Stanford. Even though Issa went to Berkeley, I believe, but the characters went to Stanford because they're actors playing characters.
I do.
On a TV show.
I do know that. I'm very aware of that, actually.
But you're very aware, but a lot of people aren't, apparently, because one of the characters in the show, not the actress, but the character is an AKA.
Yeah, Tiffany.
And so, she goes back to the school for their 20th reunion, or 10-year
I think
reunion.
10.
Yeah, 10-year reunion. Yeah, 10-year reunion. And she's dressed in all her pink and green, which is an obvious giveaway that you're AKA, But then the problem people had was she was wearing a sweater with the Alpha Kappa Alpha badge on it.
Okay.
And the people went nuts. The internet went nuts. That's disrespectful. She didn't go through what we have to go through to get the badge and blah, 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 blah. And my thing, I'm not Greek. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot about Greek life. I know a lot about Greek life. A lot of my friends are Greek. I was primed for Greek life. I just didn't go to college after high school until like almost a decade after. But and it wasn't like a university, so they didn't have fraternities at the Art Institute. So
No, they don't.
I was Alpha Pi. I was baking, but a lot of people were up in arms because apparently there's a definite rite of passage. You go through a lot to become frat, to become Greek, to become part of a sorority.
In real life.
Yeah, in real life. In real life. Yeah,
you do go through a lot. Yes.
And they were upset because this person, the actress that played the person that had that was an AKA, hadn't gone through that, so she should not have been able to wear the badge. If there are any people that are Greek that are watching right now, if you can kind of shine some light on, tell us how you feel about the situation, because both Eva and this hair is killing me. I was cat sitting last week and I'm still deferring my place.
Yeah, the cat.
Oh yeah, you guys remember. You remember. Yeah. I took all the covers off of my every piece of fabric on my couch comes off, even like the base and everything. Washed all of those. Went across my floors like 3 times. Like everything. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, they were highly upset, and my thing is she's an actress. Like, they were mad at the actress.
They was mad at Amanda Seales.
They were mad at Amanda Seales, who plays Tiffany. And I'm like, so if someone's a murderer, you don't get or someone plays a murderer, you don't get upset at them because they didn't go through, they didn't really have to murder somebody. What I'm saying?
That's like Zac Efron. He played Charles Manson.
Yeah.
And I thought he did really good, actually. But he's not Charles Manson. Like, he didn't actually, coerce these women and kill these women.
They're acting.
He didn't do that.
They're acting.
They're actors.
They're acting.
Yeah. And it was a job.
It's not for real.
Yeah.
It's imaginary. She's doing her job.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be like, hey, sorry, actually, Tiffany's an AKA, so we're gonna have to recast you for this season? No.
That's crazy.
And it's like, I see it as,
they were really upset though.
Yeah, I see it as them paying homage to the culture. Greek culture is a big part of the black college experience.
Yes, it is.
And so they're paying homage. Just like people got upset with my boy Jamal, who did the choreography for Homecoming, Beyonce's Homecoming. They were upset with him because he taught Beyonce, different moves like, frat moves and like stepping moves and stuff like that. And they were livid about that. It's a performance. She wasn't wearing anyone's shield or anything like or their badge. They made up a badge for her.
Yeah,
an imaginary badge. They did all types of different Greek moves and all that. But she did throw up a sign.
She did.
Yeah, she did throw up a sign. But people play different. People play different people. Like, point blank period. They're actors. They're acting. Carla Bowman says Molly has been drinking out of an AKA mug since season 1. Michelle Cardwell says cat watching and turtle sending LOL, good job. I've claimed this turtle now. This turtle is mine. I've bought it a whole new tank. I've bought it food. Like, this turtle is in the room right now, just chilling. It doesn't have a name yet, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. King Gore says, yeah, make up an organization. So he's saying, so King is frat.
I know.
King's an alpha.
Everything.
King's an alpha. He says, don't use real orgs, use an imaginary one. But I
think that'll mess up the whole thing of what she was trying to say on the show.
Yeah.
Like I think what Casey said is right. Like, she was trying to pay a respect to it. I don't think she was trying to be negative.
Just like they went to Spelman. I mean, Stanford. They went to Stanford. You know what I'm saying? It's a real school with real organizations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how much of reality are you supposed to suspend?
Well, the city that she lives in, Inglewood. It's a real city.
It's a real city.
it's a real city. We all live there.
They highlight real businesses all the time.
Inglewood. That's actually in Inglewood. So I hate that so many people felt it was a negative thing, and I hate so many people attacked. The writers and everything.
And the actress.
And Amanda herself.
Like, what is she supposed to do? Because I'm really interested in King's point of view, because not only is King frat, but he is an actor.
He's an actor.
As well.
Okay.
So, actor and director. So, like, it's like all of that side, Okay. But
so what if you wanted to put that in something you were writing, and the actual person or the character that you want to play a part of that wasn't Greek? But that's the character who you want to be Greek in your show or in your movie. Right. Then you're going to just recast the whole person because she's not actually Greek.
Like, you're right. Even if everything else, she kills everything else.
Yeah, like, she's a great actress. So
I'm sorry, I'm coming to your comment, King. He says the actress didn't deserve to be attacked. Not at all.
Not at all. Agreed.
Not at all. And she responded. She responded, and she was just like, I'm an actress. This is my job. Mm-hmm. My character is an AKA.
Yes, she said that. She's funny, but she said it.
But also, like, just playing devil's advocate. Issa, like, we all know how serious, people in sororities and fraternities are.
Yes, definitely.
So that being known, the colors could have just been enough. Like, just have her in pink and green. You don't have to have the actual badge.
No, everybody would have got it.
Yeah.
If it was just pink and green, everyone would have got it, but she wouldn't have been rocking the badge. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have been rocking. Everybody would have got it.
Yeah. King says, I'm not putting anyone in anyone's real life organization if they're not a part.
Okay. You answered the question.
And then Cree says the Crips and Bloods ain't even mad. It's a job.
Well, they actually use real Crips and Bloods.
Yeah, but people play Crips and Bloods.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
they're like, oh no, he ain't a real Crip.
But the real ones aren't.
He ain't a real Blood.
The real ones aren't actors.
I know that's what I'm saying. But I mean, but it's the same thing. Like, if someone's playing a Crip or a Blood, you don't hear the Crips and Bloods saying, oh no, he ain't a real Crip. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
But
I get what you're saying.
But they're also only rocking colors.
Yeah,
they're not rocking the badge or emblem or
it's different. So it's different.
I get it. Tahaji says, so the show A Different World should have been made up entirely new HBCU. Nope. I mean, but what school was that? Was a made up school?
Hillman was a made up school.
Yeah, they made up Hillman. Hillman's not a real school.
Hillman was a complete hoax.
Yeah,
it's not real. Gilbert Hall.
Yeah,
and all that.
I mean, and then School Days, where it's based on the whole fraternity situation.
Yeah, that's what the whole movie's about.
They made up
pretty much everything.
They made up the fraternities.
Yeah, they did make them up.
And the sororities. So
that goes back to King's point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make up an imaginary organization.
Yeah. I feel like it was harmless, but I feel like at this point in time, like we know enough to be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have, I don't
remember this much negativity coming from Drumline. Am I missing something with Drumline?
King says A Different World had actual Greeks.
It did?
Oh, did they have alphas and gammas?
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. But I know Hillman's not a real school.
Yeah, like Hillman's not a real school. But,
Yeah, Hillman's
but
not
were they,
real.
did they talk about, did they say the names of the...
I don't remember them saying, but Whitley was in one.
Yeah.
And so was
she
Ron.
would have been AKA.
Yeah, and so was Ron.
Yeah.
Ron was in a frat.
Uh-huh.
So I don't remember.
And I remember when they strolled and all that. Yeah,
but I don't remember what they called them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I was young.
I wasn't. How was it?
What up, Francisca French? She says Hillman is made up, but it's based off of, well,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
H-U?
Yeah, exactly.
King says Ron's an
is
actual alpha.
Okay. King really helping me out right here. I didn't know.
Like I told you, like,
I didn't know.
if there's anyone to pay attention to, like, it's King. Like, especially in this situation.
I didn't know.
But yeah.
So but back to Drumline.
Yeah.
I don't remember Drumline that well.
Did they have actual fraternities in that?
I think they did, but I think
it was based more on the drum line itself.
they did the whole thing though when they was at the party. I can't remember.
Stomp the yard, like
I wonder how that worked because that was pre-social media.
And also another thing that people do is they'll change the name, but they'll still do like different things they'll do moves that you'll know. You're definitely, it's like, okay, they're supposed to be this.
You'll know.
So
they do.
Yeah.
They do.
But like I said, I'm not Greek, so I don't know how I can't speak on how it feels to go through everything that you have to go through to get to be able to wear that badge of honor.
But now that you think about it, Hillman did make up a lot.
Yeah.
And I guess it was out of respect.
Yeah.
Because, some of the actors are actors.
So there are ways to pay homage
there is
without
ways to pay,
actually...
Yeah, because A Different World was a very successful show.
Oh, definitely.
So, okay. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Okay. Point made.
Point made.
Point made.
But I still think, okay, it's like, I don't think it should have been as wild as it is, as far as like
people
the uproar.
They was pretty pissed though.
Yeah, especially at Amanda Seals.
Yeah, they were.
Come on,
mind you though, she didn't write it.
Right.
She's just the actress. She just got the script and did her job.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna attack, I hate to say, but you probably should attack the person who wrote it.
Yeah.
Or more importantly, the person who approved it.
But they don't know their Instagram handles.
They're all on there, I promise.
Yeah. But
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so where are we going from there? That was like the lightest thing we got.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy today, y'all.
Everything else is way heavier. That's why we wanted to start off with something light.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, everything else is a little bit more heavy than that.
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Well, I'll stay light real quick. I don't know how light this is going to be.
Kyrie?
Yeah, that's how you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys remember last week, and I think and the week before, we started the week before because we didn't do a show the week before.
Yeah, so it was last week.
So last week, we spoke on Kyrie Irving, who decided to, step down from his role on the team of the New York Nets.
Well, I don't think he stepped down intentionally. He kind of was forced to.
No, you got an option.
Oh yeah.
If they give you an option to do this. You can play if you do this, or you cannot play if you don't.
Yes,
he chose not to. Everyone has options.
Yes, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So he chose to not follow the policy and procedure of the team.
He chose
and he's not playing with the team
or practicing.
Yeah, or
he's
practicing.
Not playing or practicing.
So he actually made a statement, saying, "I am not anti-vax. I am not pro-vax. I am pro what's good for me, what I feel is the best for me and my family.
Right.
And this is what I'm doing for me and my family."
Right.
Now, they have a ton of people who decided to storm the stadium.
Yeah, it was a riot.
Or storm the arena in New York.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, like legit storming, rioting for
chanting his name.
Yeah.
Chanting his name
for his right to play. And I'm just like, this is one man who made a choice for himself. He even said, "This is what I'm doing for me."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's fine. Like, you got all these people who are struggling coming out of a pandemic, fighting for a millionaire. Like, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure the NBA is fine. They're all fine.
Yeah, but from a fan's point of view, if you're like a diehard sports fan, then you feel like the Brooklyn Nets putting this mandate where he does it, where he chose not to do it, and you're not giving him an option to maybe go get tested or something. It really puts his team in a bad position, because it's a possibility they may not make it to the finals. So how
many people are on the team though?
Well, it's a lot of people on the basketball team.
Exactly. So if one person out of this whole team
may have a lot to do with it. Why fans are, a fan love is very different. I'm married to a sports fan.
Which is why he's not here right now.
Yeah, because he's looking at the Laker game. Like, my husband is a sports fan. My husband loves sports. So when you look at it from a fan perspective, I'm not saying they're always right, but they think differently. In their head, it's like, just let them play. Because
nails are cute.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Okay, I see you. Anyway, continue.
They just think, as a team, what you're doing is harming the team, and a fan wants to do what's best for that team, because they're a fan, So I'm not saying the fans were right, but just being married to a sports fan, his friends are sports fans like him, fans are just like, you're really hurting the Nets. By not letting Kyrie play. But what they have to realize is, like you said, this was a choice. Kyrie chose not to do this and not to play, and he's okay with that. And they need to respect his wishes as the player that they're trying to fight for.
Yeah. If he's fine with it, then why aren't you guys fine with it? But speaking of that sports fan that you're married to, he says everyone is coming down on his decision, but ultimately he believes it should be an option and not mandated. He believes it's about conforming to control. Well, I don't really see a lot of people coming down on Kyrie. As you see, they were storming. A lot of people are supporting. They're defending Kyrie. They were rioting outside the arena.
They were defending.
They were storming. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything I see on the subject, if I'm looking at any article or anything where there's comments, they're all they're all siding with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? The majority of, especially our culture, has been very much anti-mandate.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? There has been, but I do see a lot of this this victimization. It's like, but they're not the victims.
No.
People have options. People are given options. People are given choices.
Yeah, it's a choice.
And it's always, especially like I get a lot. I've gotten a lot of anti-vax hate, you know what I'm saying, because I am vaxxed. You know what I'm saying? It's like they always want to do, who are they? Because I'm only seeing y'all hating people for getting vaxxed and calling us sheep, our followers, and not thinking for ourselves. So I think he's good on the support side. But he says they should have an option. That is an option. Either you get the vaccine and play, or you don't and you sit it out. They're not saying.
Well, you're right. That is an option.
They're not jabbing a needle in his arm. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to realize that's not when he says it. He believes there should be other options, like just
There has been other options this past year, and they're obviously not working because our numbers keep going up.
Exactly.
So that's why they're making mandates to try to see. Okay, if people aren't being serious about it, okay, then we got to go back. Like I said last week, this time last year, we were all in lockdown. We couldn't go nowhere. There were no restaurants open.
Right.
There were no bars open. There were no games. There was no nothing.
Right.
Everything was virtual. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why everything opened up is because we got this vaccine, you know, and it's this experimental vaccine. And it was like, okay, it's not a cure, but we actually it's a shield. It's an extra layer of protection, so we can still live our lives as normal, but slow down everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it only works if
everyone does it.
Yeah. And it's like the reason why we're open is because of this. Now, if you don't want to do this, then you don't have to take part in what we're opening. You can go back into lockdown. That's just all it is. That's all it is. Like, we were locked down. We were locked down this time last year.
I understand what you're saying, but trying to defend Tahaji, Because I know what he's trying to say, and he's not here.
Tahaji says the Lakers just won in overtime.
I'm just trying to defend Hodge because he's not here, and I know what he would want you to understand.
Okay, he pulled out Stephen A. Smith. He said Stephen A. Smith on ESPN used his platform to call his decision stupid. That's the only person I've seen. But Stephen A. Smith calls everything stupid.
Well, he calls everybody.
He calls everything stupid. So that's the only one. Magic Johnson even put his 2 cents in, saying that he should get it. No, Magic Johnson said he feels that it'd be smart if everyone got it. Yes,
if everyone got it.
Yeah, but he didn't call him stupid.
No, he didn't say stupid. He said
right. And they were speaking their mind. That was their opinion. Mm-hmm. You know, they didn't call him names. Well, he did. Stephen A. Smith did.
Yeah,
but that's the only one I've seen. You know, Tahaji says, so test them daily or weekly. Let that be an option. Honestly, like I've said before, I've said many times before, I feel like whether you're vaccinated or not, I feel like the testing is the most important part. Like these music festivals, you know, how it's like, or not even anymore. Now it's all mandated vaccine, but
yeah, but you still get tested because you have to realize even if you have the vaccine, you can still.
Hold on, wait a minute. So they've gone to the vaccine mandate, but I've always said I feel like the option, I feel like the testing is more important because that shows that you don't have it at that present time. Right. Even though transmission is lowered with the vaccine, you can still get it. And so you could possibly be in a music festival of thousands of people who, you know, are just passing it along. You know, it could be a couple people with it, but more people that come in contact, you're in the same clusterfuck.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As before.
I'm sorry. Exactly.
But that's not gonna happen. Like how many times have you been tested in the past year?
I've probably been tested about 10 times.
Mm-hmm, in the past year.
Yeah, I try to go pretty often if I'm about to see somebody who I think I could harm, because I go out a lot.
Now, do you pay for testing?
No, I do not.
No, I haven't paid for testing either.
I do not.
But I know there are places that charge for testing, and testing does.
Well, I've paid once because I had to go somewhere and I needed a rapid
right
test.
away.
Yeah, I needed it really quickly, so I have paid once. But normally I don't have to pay.
Yeah. But I'm thinking of like I'm not in the boardrooms. I don't know, but I'm not sure how much as far as cost it is for people to get tested every week. That's for a whole league to get tested. I'm sure every week. It adds up. So I don't know. I mean, the NBA I'm sure had options.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Every team has a doctor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a medical staff. So, you definitely could have put that option out there.
Because the vaccine is free. So.
But I think they didn't give them that option because at the end of the day, as like T is trying to say, give them the option. Like KC is saying, they did give they took that option off the table.
Because
they didn't want them to have that option. The option was either do it or walk.
Because for the longest time, it was either show your test of 72 hours in the past 72 hours or your proof of vaccination.
Right.
There are still some places that are doing that, but a lot of places are going over to the
a lot of people are going to the vaccination part. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, in Los Angeles County, they're going to start asking for vax cards on November 4th.
The beginning of November. I don't remember the exact date.
Yeah, I think it's November 4th that they're going to start asking for vax cards. Now, I don't know if just taking a picture of your vax card on your phone is going to be sufficient, but I do know places are going to start asking for your vaccination cards.
As someone who has been vaccinated, when you get vaccinated, they send you a link that you can pull up your card and you can save it onto your phone in a digital copy with a QR code. And that's what a lot of places are using. They're scanning the QR code.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because taking a picture of your card, it could still be fraudulent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anybody can do that.
It could be anything. So, and a lot of people like we spoke on before are getting arrested and serving time for the fake cards.
Yeah.
So, as Polanco says, my company has mandated vaccine results. Be posted in the system or be tested weekly. So you have options.
So those are your options. Okay.
Jeff Woodard says, cousin Jeffrey said it's a wrap. NBA has spoken. No vax.
won't play.
You won't play.
And that's exactly what's happening with Kyrie.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get vaccinated, and he's taking, he's dealing with the fact that he can't play because he can't. They took that from him. I don't exactly know where that's going to go with him.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's where we are now. But it was more, where is it?
And what up, Uncle Jeff and Lil Jeff?
It was more, Casey and I wanted to really point out the fact that all these people, went and did a riot at the arena for him. Mind you, this was a choice he made.
Yeah.
He wasn't forced out. He chose not to get the vaccine.
This man weighed his options, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
I highly doubt that if his family was in dire need, he would take this risk. You got all these people, regular ass people, who are fighting for this millionaire. Regular. Come on now. Y'all put your energy towards something else. Y'all got up out of your bed to go down there in the cold. In the cold.
Should they put their energy towards?
It was cold there. It was cold in New York. They got up in the morning, got into traffic, got on the train, the subway, whatever, and then went all the way down there.
Making it sound real serious.
Because that's a lot of work for somebody that you don't know.
and that's where that fan love comes in that I was talking about.
I've never understood this.
Like, fans are something else. I'm married to one. I am
this
telling
is what I've never gotten. I've never understood.
You're about to ask.
You're about
to ask us now.
I've never understood the amount of loyalty.
Oh my God, it's undying.
It's like, especially like when people are like, when I see a tell for a bag, okay. When people, Eva came in stunned today. I'm still like digesting or ingesting the drip. You know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely. It's a slow drip, but like, people get upset and they get into fights over teams that they have no part in.
Yeah.
Like, it might be representing the city that they're from.
Yeah.
But you have no stake in it. You were not on the field. You did not help train. You did not touch the ball at all. But they're like, yeah, my Lakers. No, we gonna watch y'all. Blah blah blah. You don't know. It's like, yo, chill.
But that's fans. Like, I have to defend them. I have to defend them.
Do your thing.
Because that's really how diehard fans is. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my
the Bay Area.
That's one
when
of
the Raiders were there and they had when the Oakland versus San Francisco. People got stabbed
it was bad.
on a regular basis when they played each other.
You have to understand. That's one of my favorite characteristics about my husband. Like, I'll kid you not, is his loyalty. It's unfucking dying.
Because it's like, yo, if Tahaji's loyal to the motherfuckers that he don't know, imagine how loyal he is to this woman right here.
But that's one of my favorite things. He is loyal to a fault. Like, he loves his team.
I see grown men get so upset.
That's just how they are.
Yeah.
I can't describe it, but
I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not a dude.
I've witnessed it. Like, when Tahaji and I first, quick story. When Tahaji and I first moved in together, we were 23. We were 23 years old when we got our own place.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Shut up. You was 13. I know how old you were.
I was gonna say, was it after a march?
So
you brought it out of me.
So Tahaji and I moved in together, our first apartment, and I knew he liked sports, but I didn't know to what degree that he likes sports. So Sunday came, he wanted to look at the Raider game. I'm fine with that. I don't have no problems with that. I went in the kitchen, I cooked, I was pregnant, so I was chilling. I was minding my business. We didn't have kids in the house at the time. And then when the Raiders lost, the motherfucker went and took a nap. And I was so confused because we had plans after this game. So I come out the kitchen and he's gone. And I'm just like, 23, pregnant, very feisty, and most likely I was hungry. So I'm like, babe, what's up? Like, what's going on? You don't feel good? And he was like, the Raiders lost. Literally, that's all he said to me. And I was just like, or we're gonna have to figure this out. If our Sunday depends on the Raiders winning or losing, then I don't know how this relationship is gonna work.
Right.
But as he got older, he did figure things out within himself. He does not get that angry anymore, but he still gets a little angry. But it's just something about being a fan. You just love your team, and you just feel some type of, I guess, connection and obligation. When they win, it's like we won, and when they lose, it's like we lost. And like I said, I'm not a diehard fan like my husband, but I am obviously a fan. We've been together a long time, so by default, I'm a Raider fan and a Laker fan and a Dodger fan. But it's just something about a fan being super loyal. I can't describe it, but I do get what you're saying, that they don't have stake in it. They've never done, but they just love it. They just love it.
And it's and then when they win, it's like, yeah, we won. No, you ain't do shit. You sat there on the couch drinking. You ain't do shit.
They just love it. It's hard for me to describe.
When does the weed come in?
But I've witnessed it. I've witnessed.
Like every sports fan, it's like they speak French automatically.
Yeah.
Like we. No, they.
We going to the finals. we do this. Yes, they do.
Oh man.
Don't be hating on the sports fans.
I'm just trying to gain some understanding, because I don't think maybe I'm jealous because I don't think there's anything in life that I'm that passionate about.
Oh, now that's something.
Yeah.
Because that could be it.
Let me kick my feet up real quick. Let's unpack this.
I don't think it's jealousy, but I do think it's it's hard for you to relate to it in a different way, because outside of humans that you love, you don't get it.
I mean, I'm passionate about people I know.
That's what I said. Like, outside of that,
I'm a huge fan of my friends in my circle. I'm a huge fan.
I said outside of that.
I'm adding to you. I'm adding to that. I get that. Like I'm passionate about people I know or things that I'm like actually a part of. But I don't know what song this is. I don't know what's going on with the music.
I don't know what happened.
We just switched the whole vibe.
It just did a whole genre change.
It went to Jack White. But okay, here's Tahaji. He says, the word fan is short for fanatic, which actually means a person filled with excessive zeal, especially for an extreme religious, sports, or political cause. Quotations, religious fanatics.
He broke it down.
Okay, Mr. Webster.
He's the definition guy.
But yeah, but I still don't get it.
Okay.
Like even the love of God.
I can't talk to you no more.
Oh man.
Okay.
But yeah.
So
speaking of the love of God, that takes us to our next subject.
Does it?
No.
Oh, let's go with subject.
But actually, speaking of fanatics,
I was.
Speaking of fans, a lot of people are standing up and sticking beside Mr. Dave Chappelle.
They are.
Yeah, including this guy.
Oh,
and just because you stick beside Dave Chappelle does not mean you're anti-LGBTQ. IA plus.
Yeah, it's longer. I just discovered that. I did not know it was longer.
Really?
No, I don't.
I could have sworn we had a show about it.
I stop at Q.
But
now it's IA plus.
Yeah.
LGBTQ IA plus.
I mean, it's been IA plus for a minute.
I didn't know.
You gotta stay in the know, man. Stay in these streets.
I got to. I don't mean that.
You gotta stay on the alphabet streets.
I stopped at Q. But now I know. I know it's more now. But
so yes,
people are standing beside him, and Netflix has made it very clear that they will not be pulling his The Closer, which is the last of his contractual obligation, I think, to Netflix, and it's hence the name. And they've made it very clear that they will not be pulling it off of their platform, even though so many people and the organizations surrounding the LGBTQIA plus lifestyle.
Now, Why? What's the drama between Dave Chappelle and Netflix and the LGBTQIA plus?
Well, they were very for people who don't know or for people who don't understand it, everything. They were very upset and they felt very attacked in his last special. And the name of the special is The Closer. Mm-hmm. And they felt a terminology that they use, I was unaware of it, is called punching down. Mm-hmm. So they felt he was punching down on them. When you look at the special, I have intentionally looked at the special 6 times. Mm-hmm. I've looked at because I am really trying to see what they see and hear what they hear, and I haven't heard it. Yeah. It's just, if you really listen to the special and listen to what he's saying and listen to the story and listen to the scope of how far he's telling you something, I don't get where we got lost in translation.
Now let me read to you what punching down means for those of you guys that don't know what punching down means.
Okay.
For someone of higher rank, power, status, and position to engage someone of much lesser or inferior rank, status, power, and position in debate and or argument. Not limited to just status, power, position, and rank, but can often include intellect. Why can I not read right now? Capability,
I don't know.
competence, and acumen. Jesus Christ, that was tough. I've been going through a lot, y'all.
He was struggling.
I was struggling just now.
The paragraph was not that big.
Jesus Christ.
He was struggling.
Oh, is this what old age is?
No. No. I knew it was coming to me. No.
Yeah.
So why don't you break it down?
So pretty much, in layman's term, if someone of high status or with power, pretty much puts down someone that is of lower status. Now, automatically, when you do that, when you say that he's punching down, you're automatically saying that you are at lower status than him, which kind of is a little counterproductive, because
you're saying it.
Yeah. Are you saying that anyone that's heterosexual, a cis male, is a higher status than
you?
Yeah, than someone of the LGBTQIA plus. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this, baby. I am an ally. All right, I am a true ally.
You said it fast. My ass be like,
it's like I have danced at a Pride parade. You know what I'm saying? I danced in Hollywood Pride.
I've attended them, and it wasn't all them letters when I went.
Right.
But I have attended them. That's a lot of letters.
It wasn't even the Q back then, huh?
No.
The Q had a whole different meaning back then
than it does now. Yes, yes, it did. Yeah, Not even being funny. Yeah, you're right.
No, like honestly, it changes so fast that like I got called something, and I had to look it up. I was like, "What is this new thing you're calling me, cis?"
Oh, regular.
But you can't say regular.
Oh.
Calm down.
It just means man who likes a woman.
No. It means cis is someone who identifies as the gender that they were assigned to at birth. So if I identify as a man, or if I was born and I was assigned male,
we're assigned
the male gender.
Okay.
Then and I identify as male now still, then I'm cis. Which is kind of like, I feel like it's a backhanded type situation that they name me cis for me. I think it's like a little game they played. I don't know. It's like, oh, you identify as a male because you were born a male? Okay, sis. But what was I saying?
I'm not gonna say shit because obviously I say the wrong word. I'm not gonna say shit.
But
well, you started defining what punching down is.
So yeah, well, I did that already.
And then you went on to say that you're called something and you didn't know what it was. And that's when you had to look it up. So yeah, you gotta stay on it, otherwise you'll offend people. You're the young one on the show, so you have to tell me.
Ooh, that feels good to say. Good to hear. Because lately, baby, I am telling you, the more when I got to put my birthday in, I got to do all of this to get to my birth year. I was like, sheesh. It didn't have to be. It used to be like this. I got to do some extra scrolls to get down to the 80s, baby. But it's a lot. And 20 years ago was not the 80s anymore. Like, sheesh. A lot. I'm transitioning, y'all. Like,
You fucking idiot.
I am changing.
You fucking idiot.
I'm going through it. But I'm loving it. I'm loving the transition. It's just interesting.
Getting older?
Not just getting over, but like
What comes with getting older?
getting to the age where I have vivid memories of me looking at this age a certain way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm this age, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm how I looked at this age. You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't feel like it used to sound. You know, like,
Yeah.
like 36 used to sound so old to me.
It don't no more, dude.
Now it's like, I'm only 30. I'll like we talk about it, I'm like, oh dang, they're only 52. Like, that just say only 52. But Dave Chappelle. Tahaji says Rolodex scroll. I don't know what a Rolodex is, Tahaji, because I'm so young.
What Tahaji?
I'm kidding.
Tahaji
I'm
and I
kidding.
scroll
I'm kidding.
past the
I'm
80s,
kidding.
honey.
I'm kidding.
We scroll past them 80s. We keep it going.
For those of you who are listening who might not know what a Rolodex is, it is it is an archival instrument used to archive phone numbers and contact information.
And you roll it. Hence, it was index cards, and you rolled them. It was a Rolodex. And you put people's phone numbers and emails and fax numbers on them back then.
What is a fax, Eva?
It was the way we communicated. Look at me. It was the way we communicated.
All right, back to Dave. So last week, I just found out, well, you just told me that the person who organized a walkout, a Netflix walkout, was not even the Netflix employee.
She's not a Netflix employee. No.
Yeah. So Netflix employees, they decided to have a walkout for a day, what they call the day of rest. And they had a protest outside the Netflix building, and they had a list of demands. I would share those with you, but there are a lot.
It's a huge list.
A lot.
Yeah, it was a huge list.
But, you know, basically they wanted all imagery and promotion of Dave Chappelle taken out of the office. And
mind you, it's quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, because he's a big moneymaker.
He's a big moneymaker for Netflix. So all his specials are in there from the very beginning. When you walk the halls, all his specials are in there.
Yeah. They wanted more trans or primarily, especially trans, but LGBTQ content. They wanted the heads of, they wanted some of the heads in the departments to be trans. And it's like, okay.
That's quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Because the heads of the department aren't their job.
Like, you shouldn't get a job because you're trans.
Yeah, can you do the job? You know, instead of just what you identify
But I say that, and then I feel like I'm a white person speaking about affirmative action. You know what I'm saying?
Is that how you feel?
That's kind of what it sounds like. It's like, you know, why should they get a job just because they're black?
You know, in most cases, the black person can actually do the job.
Yeah.
You're not.
But you see where I'm at though. Like when it comes out of my mouth,
I see how you felt.
Like it just happened just now. It's nothing I've been like pondering on.
No,
like just me saying that.
But at the end of the day, the person has to be qualified to do the job.
Exactly.
At least be qualified to do the job before you look at what they identify
and if you're demanding that the heads of these departments are trans, it's like, come on now. I understand and being more inclusive. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, but that's a big request.
Yeah.
That's a big request.
I don't know what. I hit something on this music and it is not the vibe that we need at all. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. But it is not the vibe.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it's bad.
It's smooth.
It is. It's real smooth. It's ridiculously smooth. Okay, so
anyway,
last 10 minutes of the show, Casey. What are we going to talk about? Because we didn't hit 3 of the things we were supposed to hit.
Well, we got to finish Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
So it's gonna be longer than an hour. It's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, so they had a they had a protest outside, a rally, you should say. And what's the woman's name?
Ashley Marie Preston. I'm sorry.
Ashley Marie Preston. She spoke and she said that we have invited, this is not cancel culture, we've invited Dave Chappelle to speak with the LGBTQ IA plus community.
Yeah.
And he has refused. And Dave Chappelle in a show during, he's on tour right now.
Yeah.
And in one of his shows, he spoke on it. And he said that's not what happened. He said, I'm widely open to meet with you, but it's not going to be on your terms.
Right.
And I get that.
That's
like,
fair,
who are
though.
you
That's
as
fair,
a person that I've never met?
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what your merit is to say, I need to meet with you. I need to put my life, my tour on pause to come meet with you when you say I need to meet. No, get out of here.
Yeah.
Walk down those halls. Do you see my face on the walls? I am Dave Chappelle. Like, and plus for someone that doesn't even work with the people, with the company.
She's an activist for the organization, but no, she doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
At Netflix.
Yeah, well, I don't know what she does, but so she doesn't actually work.
She's a host. She's a media personality.
Yeah.
She's an entrepreneur. Things like that. But no, she doesn't have like a 9 to 5, and she doesn't work in Netflix.
Yeah.
She was organizing it for the people who wanted to walk out at Netflix and protest the closer.
Yeah. Well, this is what she said.
And so I want to make it very clear that this isn't an instance of cancel culture, because I've invited Dave Chappelle to have transformative dialogue with us on multiple occasions, and he has made it clear that it is not of interest to him. So just to be clear, this isn't cancel culture, but an avoidance of accountability when we've invited you to be a part of the repair that it takes to be able to not only heal culture, but to move all of us forward.
We're not going there yet. So yeah, that is
Ashley Marie
Preston.
Ashley Marie Preston. So she is.
Yes. And recently, it's come out that, again, apparently a resurgence of her tweets from 2010, 2011.
2012, yeah. They're old.
Yeah, have come out. Where she has made some pretty racist and anti-gay comments on her Twitter page. But before we go there, Taji says, I hate that a lot of the trans community have these strong beliefs without having watched the special. Yes. Because honestly...
Good point.
Yeah, honestly,
Good point.
If you can tell who has watched it and who hasn't, because if they've watched it, I can't tell anyone what to be offended by. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell that if you're offended, you have not watched the whole special.
Or maybe it just went over your head, because that's what I was saying earlier. I don't understand where it got lost in translation. Like, if you actually look at it from the beginning to the end, like, you got to go all the way to the end. You can't stop in the middle, because the point is made at the end. If it goes all the way to the end, I just don't understand where it got lost in translation. Like you said, I can't tell nobody what to be defended by, but I just don't understand where it got lost in translation.
The main thing is Dave Chappelle ended his show by, I would no longer be doing any trans jokes until we can all laugh together.
He said that.
Francisco French says, not that I'm all defending Dave, but it's interesting that a black trans woman is leading this. But Dave's point was that white trans people still use their white privilege. Exactly. Randall says all that's happening is that they're proving Dave Chappelle's point.
Yeah.
Yet again, because his last special, he spoke on it, and they did the exact same thing.
Sticks and stones. Yeah.
Which is why this, as the closer, he was like, "This is the last thing I want to say about it, because you guys keep proving me right."
And then he recently something came out with him talking, but he's not actually talking about it. Talking in joke terms, he's just saying, I see what's going on. You guys heard me, and obviously I've heard you. There's no way I can't hear what you guys got going on too. But
so should we go through some of these past tweets of
they off the chain.
woman who's leading this protest?
Yeah, they're a little reckless.
Let's see. So we have. She says, I can't. It's being blocked. Blah 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 blah. Hold on, let me take some things off. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to be able to read this whole thing. Here we go.
On our end, we can't
there we go.
see it. Okay.
So she's Ashley Marie Preston says, I love strippers, not in like a gay way, but I think they're beautiful, and I think it's art in its own way. So quit hating if you could. Someone says, and here she is. Here it is. She says, shots fired. LOL. Retweet blank. Sometimes I wish I was a Mexican so I could get free healthcare. My premium's too high. Fuck you, Kaiser. And then another one, she says, bro, I'd beat the dog shit out of you for out of your first slipper wearing ass, fuck boy. In real life, I'll smash your fucking head. I smash your fucking head in like a can of A&W root beer. But I'm gonna fall back and let you keep pretending for the internet, dick rider. Yeah, she's a very pleasant person. She says, Asian hoes act like they won't get karate chopped in their motherfucking throat. What is this hoe staring at? Mind your beeswax, bitch. There's another one that says, got the 9 on these motherfuckers, faggot cocksuckers. Leave them shook like jelly and jam smuckers. That was, I guess, her bars.
She says faggot cocksucker.
Yeah.
She wrote that.
Let's see. I can't read the bottom one because it's too big.
It's too big.
Okay, here we go. This is a great one, guys. So she says, Asian hoes act like they won't get karate chopped. We said that one already, right? Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and fucking disrespectful and know that it's a lot to ask in California, but speak fucking English. She also says, this Asian nigga in the subway got a fat ass. He almost looks like a bitch from behind. She also says, another damn Asian almost hit me in the crosswalk. What the fuck is with y'all and y'all damn vehicles? I have an idea. And then she says, I just broke my phone on this Asian bitch's head. I have Asian friends, but they some motherfucking weirdos sometimes. She also says, almost got hit by an Asian in a BMW as I crossed the street. Yes, I know what you mean. But the important thing is that we didn't say it. Then she says, I don't do Mexican, Asian, or Samoan. Then she says, just cuss this Asian bitch clean the fuck out. You messed up my order and then blame me. English is my language, bitch. Never again. English is my first language, bitch. Never order again. So, as you see, she's a pleasant young lady and loves Asian and Hispanics. And now she actually came out and spoke on this. And Malawi says, I don't see the logo anymore. Did the tweets cancel the show, or did I lose internet? Oh no, I took the logo off so I could read the tweets for you guys.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't read them on my end. But yeah, so she actually made a video in response to all of that.
Yes, she did.
And this is what she said.
You operate from this place of knee-jerk reaction that, this idea that, if you're not perfect, then you're flawed, and then therefore you're a fraud and you're a hypocrite and you're all those things. That does not make me a hypocrite because I have a past. That just means I understood the assignment. The assignment is when you up, you fix it. The assignment is, when you create harm, you make an amends and you repair that harm. The assignment is you talk about what you learned in your experiences and you share it with someone else, which is why when it comes to Dave Chappelle, which is what y'all are really mad about, who else better to speak about it and to him than me? The reason why I have the power, authority, and clearance to talk about accountability the way I do is because it's been a solid part of my own journey. So you don't have the power to put me in timeout.
So, it sounds valid from someone that would have, made a mistake, like made a tweet, a mistake tweet, and said, I shouldn't have said that. Mm-hmm. But it's someone that obviously has a history of this. This isn't a random, misinterpreted tweet.
No, and it was over like
these are years.
3 years.
Yeah, this is who you are. This isn't just a random tweet. Like this is who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's completely different.
And she keeps
and you're not a comedian.
And she keeps throwing the word accountability.
Yeah.
Saying she took accountability for her actions. And she, these tweets came out, just so people can understand. These tweets actually came out, and she was exposed in 2019 when she was helping Elizabeth Warren's campaign.
Yeah.
That's how these
presidential campaign.
Her presidential campaign. Elizabeth Warren had her on as help, for the culture. And these tweets came out that this was something she had said in her past.
Right.
So this is in 2019. These tweets were from, I think, 2010 to 2012 or 2009 to 2012. Mm-hmm. So she had the tweets erased and everything. She had them removed. But obviously, you know how the internet works. Nothing really goes away.
The internet saves everything.
So, the tweets have resurfaced now because now she's putting her hat in to, talk about the Dave Chappelle situation. So what she constantly says is, I take accountability for what I did. I take responsibility for my actions back then, and I need Dave Chappelle to take accountability for his actions right now. That's what her big thing is. So that's why she constantly uses that word, accountability. She took accountability, so now Dave needs to take accountability. But I would like to ask her, when didn't he?
Right.
When didn't he take?
His specials are about it.
Yeah, like when didn't he take accountability? Right. Like, to knock a person for taking accountability, they have to push it off. Mm-hmm. They have to be like, oh, I didn't do that. I didn't have nothing to do with that. Or I didn't say that. But that I've never heard him say that.
Right.
And that's, if I'm being ignorant about it, somebody needs to tell me, because I haven't actually heard him not take accountability for any of his specials.
Yeah.
And for anything that he has said in the past. He's even said in his earlier shows, he has, been confronted about, hey, you shouldn't have said it that way. Or this, he's learned
now
through the process.
Now, there's a difference between taking accountability and going back on what you said to gain the approval of the masses.
Yeah, of others.
Two different things. Yeah. What she did was she went back on what she said to gain approval of the masses for the sake of a presidential election in 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, like I said, I just went through a slew of tweets from multiple years.
Yeah. Throughout multiple years.
This is who you are. This is the type of person that you are.
Yeah.
And now you're a black trans woman who's trying to, take down a black cisgender man for speaking his mind.
For his thoughts.
Yeah, and jokes.
This is how he feels.
A comedy special.
Yeah, they were comedy specials, most definitely. Then I'm sure she didn't watch.
Oh, that's another thing that he said. That was another prerequisite to him taking having counsel with him.
A meeting with him. Mm-hmm.
Was they had to watch his special from beginning to end. That was the first thing he said is, in order for me to meet with you, you have to watch my special from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm. And they haven't, because I think they hear something that upsets them, or they hear something that they don't like, or I'm not gonna say they misunderstood, but maybe they took it wrong. They perceived it incorrectly.
We look for things like not just the trans community, not just the black community, not us as a society. That's like, we look for things to be upset about.
Yeah, but you have to realize, when you look for something, you'll find it.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you go into something looking for something to be upset about, you miss everything else.
You're going to miss everything else because you're looking for that. You're looking for something, and something that's trigger you to get upset, or trigger you where you can disagree, and you're going to find it. It's inevitable.
Right. Tahaji says, where was the trans community at after bullying Daphne to the point of her ending her life defending Dave?
And I think that's, like, we don't know exactly why Daphne did what she did. But if you just look at everything,
the timeline,
if you look at everything that happened prior to that, and then when she actually took her own life, it just makes you wonder, how pressing or how large was this on her heart to go that direction. It's hard to say this was the only thing that was going on, but you can't ignore the fact that this was actually happening.
Right.
This was in real time happening in her real life. And where was the people when she was defending him, who's supposed to be her community? Because that's what he constantly says is people say my community, these are my people, this is my community. But where was her community when she was defending a friend who, gave her a big break? Where was her community at to defend her?
Right.
And I think people are missing the whole point. If you just look at the whole show, you'll catch the point. And if you don't, maybe you need to have some conversations with other people so you guys can maybe talk it out. Because, like I said, I've seen it quite a few times, and I can't tell people what to get offended by, but I didn't see it. If you listen to all the stories, I just didn't see it on a personal level.
And I would say I want to understand, but I do understand, which is why I'm like, I don't get it. That makes any sense.
No. Say it again.
Like I understand,
No.
like I do understand what they're upset at, but I don't get why they're upset because, I do understand why they're upset because they haven't watched the show. Like I don't understand how someone that watched the entire show could be offended. I don't get it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be offended, but I'm just saying I don't get it.
Yes, I definitely don't. No, I didn't. Like I said, I've looked at it quite a bit. I've looked at it a lot.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't get it either. So, that's something that you definitely wanted to touch bases on. Mm-hmm. You feel you've touched all the bases?
We touched all the bases.
Okay. As long as you touched all the bases. I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. It's 9:00 over here, so I can only imagine it's later where you guys are. The bill.
That is time for the bill.
Okay, that's me. He never does it. Okay.
What am I doing when you do this, Eva?
You get the music ready.
Thank you. I'm typing shit.
He is. He do be busy.
I'm working the laptop, the soundboard, and the music over here. All right.
So, okay, this is my time, you guys. This is my time. Damn. He yelled at me hard.
I'm sorry, Oz. I'm sorry, Oz. Don't get mad at me.
He yells at me too.
But you understand. You know what I'm working with over here.
Okay, so we started off talking about the weather.
Oh, we made hot cocoa last night. It was
I
nice.
saw that. You
It
shouldn't
was
make
nice.
me any.
So,
You see how he just ignored me? He didn't make me shit. He knew I was.
what we talking about today, Eva?
We talked about you making hot cocoa last night. So we talked about the weather, and then from the weather, what the fuck did we talk about? We went from the weather. Shit, help me. Where did we go?
Kyrie?
No, Kyrie was second. What was first? Damn, I can't remember.
I think they're trying to help us out.
Look, I'm like, I can't remember. But we did talk about Kyrie, but that wasn't first. First was...
Something about the vaccine.
Vaccines. But that was Kyrie too, wasn't it?
But we went into Kyrie. Oh, fandom. No.
I can't remember what was the very first thing. I really can't. I'm sorry. It was a long thing too. We talked about it for a while, actually. I would have to... Oh, we talked about Issa Rae.
Ah, yes.
I
Insecure.
think. We talked about Insecure and the Greek life and why so many people was mad at Amanda Seale's character for portraying to be a person part of the Greek life when she actually wasn't. And King, who is someone who's in the Greek life, who's one of our listeners, was giving us
And an actor as well.
And he's an actor, and he was giving us his point of view of saying maybe people should make up organizations instead of using real organizations, so real organizations don't get offended.
I get that.
So I understood that.
Because and I said, maybe they're just paying homage, but there are other ways to pay homage than,
to use the real thing.
Yeah.
So from there, then we talked about Kyrie, and we talked about the vaccine mandate, and we talked about sports, and we talked about being a fanatic and a fan. And when you're just such a loyal fan that sometimes you get very emotional about things, and we believe that's what got these protesters to get up and storm the Brooklyn Nets arena because they was very emotional and upset because they want Kyrie to play. But they also have to understand this was a decision that Kyrie made, given the two choices that he had. His choices was either to get the vaccine or not play, and this is what he chose. He chose not to play. So Casey and I... we respect his choice. That's his choice. He had a choice and he made it, and that's what he chose to do. So then from talking about Kyrie, We went into other people's choices, and we talked about Dave Chappelle, and that is when Casey let it be known that he stands with Dave Chappelle, and so does Eva. And Dave Chappelle was going against Ashley Marie Preston, who is not an actual employee of Netflix, but she is an organizer in the LGBTQIA+.
Boom, look at her.
Community.
Look at her.
I said it fast, too. I said it fast. I was serious. So I thought about it, though. I really did. And I've been drinking water. I have no alcohol in my system. So yeah, the LGBTQIA+ community, and how she, had a list of demands that she wanted Netflix to honor, and Netflix has made it very clear that they will not be pulling The Closer down off of their platform, and they will be standing behind Dave. And he did not say he wouldn't meet with them when she invited, because she said he refused. He didn't refuse to meet with them. He wants a compromise. He doesn't want it on her terms. And I think that's a fair compromise. If we're going to talk about something, you want me to come to your place. What if I feel uncomfortable in your surroundings? You got to give us a place where both of us can feel comfortable. And so that's what he was saying on the new special. You'll hear him say, I'm not bending. And he shouldn't. He should stand his ground, and she can stand hers. But two people can stand ground on a different platform or in a different space. She wants to have it at Netflix where all the people are around and news cameras. That's probably not how he wants to do it.
Right.
He probably wants to do it where they can sit down and have a civilized conversation.
And who made her the voice of the LGBTQIA+ community?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Because if anybody, that's not the person I want to represent me.
Well, after these tweets,
Yeah.
I think they all should rethink that, because
Right.
she has some really nasty tweets for the over those course of the years. What is it? 2009 to 2012. It was really bad. So that is pretty much what we talked about, and that kind of took up our whole show. So we didn't really get to talk about the other stuff that we wanted to, which we will next week, because we'll be back next week.
And we'll have more information.
So
stories always grow.
Stories always
and
grow.
these stories are pretty fresh that we were going to talk about.
So. Yeah, so it'll probably be more details for us to actually add on next week.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Are we done? That was the bill.
What's today's date?
Today is
so Halloween
26th.
will be before our next show.
Most definitely.
So if you guys are doing any Halloween plans, make sure you're doing it safely.
Be safe, you guys.
In all ways, shape, and form. Whether you're drinking, partaking in drugs or just be COVID safe.
Yeah, most definitely.
Make masks fashionable this year.
Yeah. Just be smart.
Yeah.
Be smart, because you're right. Halloween is coming, and I'm sure people are gonna want to go.
A lot of places are open. A lot of places are back open from not having a celebration last year. So I know we want to get out there and wild out.
And be mindful, if you are not vaccinated and you do not have a vaccination card, that they will start carding at the top of November. That is something that LA County will be enforcing. They will be carding, and you can either have the link on your phone. I don't know if they'll accept just the card, but I know they'll accept the link, or you can actually be holding your vaccination card. So just be mindful of that, because they're really coming down on Los Angeles County with the vaccination. So I think it starts November 4th.
And that will be 2 days after our next show?
Yeah, I think
so. We'll remind you then. And also next week, we'll also let you guys know the new holiday safety precautions for California. Yeah. Ways to safely celebrate your holiday with your family and friends. There are precautions and rules and all types of stuff. There were last year too, but we didn't follow them.
Yeah. But they're going to be more enforced this year. Because we are at the end of the year. Next time we see you guys will be November 2nd.
Yeah, so, we'll talk about it.
60 days.
But yeah, just have fun and enjoy.
Enjoy Halloween, though, for sure.
And just spread love, y'all.
Yeah, that's
it. We all need more love. That's all we need.
Yeah.
All right. Like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts listening and viewing. We are there. If you have anything that you want to talk to us about, slide into our DMs on Instagram at TacoTuesday365 or send us an email at TacoTuesdayLA@gmail.com. Eva will check it. Thank you guys.
Eva will check it. Eva does check it.
See, I do this,
And
Eva does that.
I do that.
I'm state, she's federal.
I do that.
So once again, guys, thank you so much. As always, I'm Casey.
And I'm E.
And we are
Not Your Average Podcast.
Holla.
Good night, you guys.
I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. It's a shit storm more when your skin dark. I be loved by the women I be pissing off. I'm in lust with the money, but at what cost? If you got a full safe, but the mirror gone. As a kid, they was trying to get me rid of love. Looking back on my past, I was really numb. I be really going through a little syndrome. Caught imposter, but y'all wouldn't get it though. I need someone, I trust nothing. Police hate me, my girl done me. I got a couple of them, but my heart empty. They tried something, but recently it been hard for me. I've been isolated, I've been hard to reach. I'm at war with me, I just want some peace. Please, I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. Look, never won a Grammy, I'm misunderstood. I be doing interviews, don't be in the mood. I be doing press, then look at my reviews. Then look at my successes, start to question who's who. They tell me I be rude, or maybe I'm aloof. I'm really at my best when I be drunk and I be cool. My fans say you stressing, they ain't stressing over you. You just another nigga who can dress and keep a tune. So if I need someone, I trust nothing. Yeah, my phone dry, the child's calling. Yeah, I hate the way they hate on me. But that's what they saying to me. Look, optimism, it can get exhausting. Nothing be sweet when your sugar be salty. I look up and love her, she looked down and told me, but I gotta leave. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. I love me, baby, you should love you more. What a little East Coast swag, okay?
I love me, baby, you should love
Hold on,
you
tell
more. I love me, baby, you should love
me
you
to you.
more. I love me, baby, you should love you